The reason is because I know that the number one driver of poverty that we have in our society is inequitable and unsustainable housing. The number one driver is housing insecurity. And there is no reason for us to have upwards of 85,000 people, 85,000 units that are not here in the state of Maryland. There is no reason for anybody to be paying, as we are on average in the state of Maryland, over 40% of your monthly intake on housing. And so we're going to do three different things that's going to focus on this issue. One is we have got to fix the available inventory right now, and it's the preservation of available inventory. Where I've heard right now, just in the city of Baltimore alone, we have 15,000 vacants in the city of Baltimore alone. And if you include the brownfields, it's upwards of 30,000. So we've got to preserve the available inventory that is here now, making sure that if you have inventory, it needs to be habitable. And it needs to be a place where people can actually live and stay and sustain and be healthy. The second thing is we've got to produce more. Anyone who tells me that we have enough affordable housing units, my answer to them is, I don't know where you are staying, and I don't know what neighborhoods you're spending time in, but in the neighborhoods that I'm spending time in, we do not have enough. We've got to create more affordable housing and make sure we're holding developers accountable for what affordable housing is actually supposed to mean. The third thing we've got to be able to do is we need to protect people who are in available homes right now. And that means things like a right to counsel for people in eviction court. Because right now you have situations where in eviction court, you have landlords who 97% of the time will have counsel. But when you consider the fact that less than 30% of all people who are going up in front of eviction court have counsel themselves. But if you were to reverse those odds, if you actually add a right to counsel inside of our housing units, you could immediately impact the results of housing courts and eviction courts. But we need a right to counsel. We need to have a state that's going to fully fund the Affordable Housing Trust. We need to have an administration that's going to actually focus on things like not just rental, but I love the fact that, and I'll be very quick. I'm sorry, I have a lot of discuss this because there's a whole lot more. But sincerely, but Bishop Daniel, I think when you were speaking earlier about also the need for us to actually focus on ownership. We have to create an ownership society in this state because we're going to focus on three things. It's about pathways to work, wages, and wealth. Work, wages, and wealth for all of our families.